Sunday musings. Here we are again a week later. Wow, hasn't a week gone quickly? Anyway, I've just parked up. It's ever so sunny. I'm not complaining. Look, isn't it gorgeous out there? Anyway, I've just stopped up having taken my daughter back to university. She was a bit ill, but I think she was partying a bit too hard, and all the excitement and the nerves just really caught up with her in the first week. In the first week, oh my gosh, I hope she doesn't come home again. It's quite a long way to keep driving. Anyway, I just thought it'd be really good to talk about older parents, because when I was dropping her off, she had a friend there, and I said to my daughter when I was just about to leave, was that your friend's grandparents that dropped her off? And she said, no, it's their mum and dad. And I said, oh my goodness, they look like grandparents. She said, yeah, they had them a lot older. They had her a lot older. And I just can't imagine having children again now, and then being in my 70s or 80s when they've just gone to uni. I've had a lifetime of children already. I've got 2 daughters and they're in their 20s, and I just can't imagine having another lifetime of children. I guess everyone's different. I know that, and I'm just talking about me personally. But yeah, I don't know, I've got mixed feelings about that. I guess there are benefits to being an older parent. You've lived basically, so you're more wise, you're more experienced, you're calmer kind of parent, I want to say, rather than having children young and learning and growing up with them and not having any money. That's another thing, isn't it? When you're older, you've got a bit more money. We never had any money growing up with the children, always skint, and children cost such a lot of money. I guess there's that, isn't it? As an older parent, you do have money for your children because you've had a career, or you're at the end of your career, or you've done really well in your career, so you do have finances and a home and a car and everything that you need in later life. And your child can be not more settled, but can have everything it needs. I mean, our children had everything they needed, and that's a silly thing to say, but I think you get what I'm saying. You've got a bit more money when you're older, so there is that. Yeah, I just thought it would spark a good conversation, because I just can't imagine having children now in my 50s, like some people do. They have surrogates, or they adopt, or for whatever reason they can't have children. They then go and find another path to have children, and it is a gift and it is a wonderful thing to be able to have children. And I guess without children, my opinion, I think I would feel that part of the puzzle is missing if I didn't have children. But then we have friends who don't have any children and they're very happy. They're always away on holiday. They have lots of cash to spend on themselves and nobody else, and they have a very happy life. But it is a different life without children. It is a different life. But having children older, in your 50s, yes, lots of people do it. When I was teaching, I taught a little girl. She was 5. I was a year 1 teacher, and she was part of a new marriage and a second family, and she said that she had older brothers and sisters in their 30s, and when her mum and dad picked her up again, it was, they just made light of it, that they were called grandparents, which they were grandparents, but they were also parents to her. They weren't grandparents. And it happens, I know it happens, but I just made me feel a bit, I don't know, I have mixed feelings about it. I guess because I've had a lifetime of it already and I've got children, my brain is thinking differently to people who haven't got children later in life, and that's what they want. The next chapter, they want a child, and it's going to bring them a lot of happiness, and each to their own. But yeah, what do you think about having children later in life? I guess there are benefits, but there's also a downside, isn't there? You don't have your freedom so much. as we all know, having children, but then you've got the finances for them to be looked after by somebody else. Oh, I don't know. It's all a bit, anything goes these days, doesn't it? Anything goes, anything goes. And people don't scoff at things so much anymore. Maybe I'm a bit old school, and I need to get down with the kids and, you know, accept differences and these sort of, it's not an abnormality, but these, let's call it differences in how people have families and when they have families. Anyway, I'm going on about rubbish really, aren't I? But I thought it would be quite a good Sunday musing and spark a bit of conversation. Let me know how you feel about having children later in life. Anyway, I'll see you next week for some more Sunday musings. So see you later for now. Have a lovely Sunday evening.